Yo guys, welcome back to some more reaction videos. Today we're going to an old death battle between two masters, which are Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars and Kakashi from Naruto. Now, for the video starts, I want you to please subscribe to the channel, click like for the video, and also turn on the notification button so you won't miss any of my future videos. Without further ado, let's sit back and enjoy this death battle.
Heroes come in many different forms. Some are heroic protectors of justice, and others are the teachers who guide us toward a brighter future.
And sometimes they're both, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Jedi Master of the Galactic Republic from Star Wars.
And Kakashi Hatake, the 6th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf and mentor to Naruto.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Kakashi
armor,
is
and
the mentor
skills to
of
find out
Naruto
who
when
would
he was
win
a child.
a death battle.
Until then, he's
On the distant planet of
someone else
Tatooine
a
lived
lot.
an elderly hermit known as Old Ben. His heart heavy with regret and stories to tell.
Cause he wasn't just some crazy old coot. He used to be a badass samurai space wizard.
Obi-Wan
Legit,
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan was
Now
like,
that's a name
I'm
I've
not
not
sure
heard
it is,
in a
but it's
long
one of my
time.
favorite
I
Star
love
Wars
a good
character
Obi-Wan
in the
liner.
whole Star Wars.
As a
Clone
child,
Wars,
Kenobi was inducted into the
series stuff.
Jedi Order, warrior monks training in the Force over the course of their lives.
And he was
I
trained
think
by
that
the one and
Kenobi is
only
like
Liam
the most
Neeson.
respected
Well,
Jedi
until
so
he was
far
murdered by
to
Space
this
Satan.
era.
Though not before they discovered a child of prophecy in Obi-Wan's future pupil, Anakin Skywalker.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Eventually, Kenobi rose to the top ranks of the Order, becoming a Jedi Master. Just in time for two back-to-back galactic wars.
Sounds like fun when you've got his classic lightsaber, which can cut through basically anything with enough force. Get it?
Including the duranium armor of General Grievous, which can take volleys from starfighter cannons.
It's an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Cause, you know, mutilating and decapitating people left and right is way more honorable.
Kenobi has studied 7 forms of lightsaber combat, and is the undisputed master of Form 3, Soresu.
Which is all about defense and waiting for your opponent to make a mistake to land a finishing blow.
Ooh.
He's so skilled, he can beat Sith Lords in just seconds.
But Kenobi's most powerful weapon, or better put, ally, is the Force.
Of
an
course,
energy that exists
it's always
almost
the
everywhere.
Force.
Jedi can tap into the Force to manipulate the world around them.
Like throwing stuff around with telekinesis. Everything from pulling down an airship to crushing someone else's organs.
While Kenobi prefers a more direct dueling approach, his power in the Force is nothing to scoff at. Many years after his time, he was explicitly compared to Jedi Knight Kip Duron, who could move a micro-singularity with a thought.
Speaking of thoughts, he can mess with yours with the Jedi mind trick. Like if he wanted to, he could get jizz stuck in your head.
Boomstick! Gross!
What?
It's a type of music. Those aliens at Jabba's palace were playing it. They're called jizz whalers.
Huh. I bet Disney was real happy to learn about that one. Kenobi's Force abilities also include protective fields, illusions, and Tuda Minus, a technique for absorbing and redirecting energy attacks.
Even without a lightsaber. Oh, also, he can see the future.
To a certain
Oh,
extent,
really?
Jedi can glimpse the distant future through focused meditation. In battle, the Force can guide their movements, predicting danger in advance.
Kinda like a space spidey sense.
Exactly. With their incredible skill in the Force, Kenobi and Skywalker became a formidable duo.
Obi-Wan ranked up even more
until
and
they had
became a
to face
general.
each other
He's a
for
badass
the
space
fate of
pilot who
the
can dogfight at
universe.
near light speed.
Until
According to an official novel,
it
he can even
wasn't
react
actually
down to
fair
the
to humans.
nanosecond.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
the
Wiz.
friendship
I've seen the
law,
movies,
so
and
to say.
Jedi have never done shit like that.
Well, other mediums have greatly expanded upon Jedi capabilities. Some are even powerful enough to hold together entire planets.
Obi-Wan has fought an army while blindfolded, endured a blast from a starfighter, and battled the Sith Darth Vader. That's when he had to break out his most OP move of all, the high ground. By standing just a few feet above an opponent, Obi-Wan gains enormous extra powerfulness. He even warns you about it.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
It's foolproof.
Not exactly. Remember how Darth Maul had the high ground way back when? Against Obi-Wan himself?
Where do you think he learned such an awesome move? Only Sith Satan could think of something so deadly.
Uh-huh. Either way, Obi-Wan sadly failed where it mattered most.
Oh man,
Ooh,
so
that's definitely
terrible.
gonna be an F on the old Jedi report
Legit,
card.
why?
See me after
Legit,
class for
why?
an epic boss battle on a lava planet.
But defeating his fallen student is no small feat. Anakin could telekinetically move starships fast enough to intercept hypersonic missiles. Based on the scale of this dreadnought and the distance it moved, this would need an energy over 21 megatons of TNT.
And that was when he was a newbie. He basically became the most powerful Jedi and Sith in Space Wizard history.
However, Kenobi is extremely dedicated to his strict Jedi code, potentially to a fault. It's debatable if he ever learned from this mistake. After all, he told Luke Skywalker that the only way to ever become a Jedi would be to kill his own father. And he even tried to trick him into never figuring out that fact in the first place.
Dick move, Obi. Dick move.
Yep.
But even in his worst moments, Obi-Wan Kenobi always fought for the sake of others. He would battle his dark apprentice one last time, sacrificing his life in service of a new hope.
And then he became a ghost.
Don't ruin the moment.
Yeah,
Strike
please.
me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Shinobi, Hokage, mentor, friend.
And porn addict.
Kakashi Hatake is all of these, and generally a pretty relaxed guy for someone raised as a ninja assassin.
You wouldn't know it at
Yeah,
first
Kakashi
glance
is
that
such
his
a
childhood
badass, man.
sucked
Even when
balls.
he was a child,
Like when his dad
he's such a
committed
badass.
seppuku because he saved his friends instead of prioritizing a mission.
In the shadow of disgrace, this cruel methodology of the ninja and his father's great mistake tore young Kakashi apart.
Reminds me of my dad.
What was his great mistake?
He called it boomstick.
Oh. Despite his hardship, Kakashi proved himself a prodigy, becoming a Genin at age 5, a Chunin at age 6, and a Jonin at age 12.
For those of us who don't speak anime, he might as well have been doing ninja rocket science in the womb.
He quickly mastered the use of chakra, a form of spiritual energy within all individuals that ninja can shape and weaponize. This is ninjutsu.
He can walk up walls, heal wounds, and even make clones of himself. Plus, he's a master of taijutsu, aka punching people. But his deadliest technique of all is the 1,000 years of death.
Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu!
1,000 years of death!
Oh, that's gonna
attack.
get you on a list. Naruto's like 12.
Chakra can also be molded into nature itself, and Kakashi can use it for numerous elemental attacks.
Sure, he can shoot
Legit,
fireballs
imagine
or dunk
he
you with water,
1,000 years
but his
death
favorite is
Kenobi.
lightning. Lightning
Legit, would
zaps,
that actually
lightning
happen in this
clones,
video?
lightning dogs? That's awesome! How do I get one of those?
He's even invented a lightning ninjutsu technique, the Chidori. By gathering electric chakra into his hand or a kunai, he becomes capable of piercing just about anything.
Even a bolt of actual lightning. Take that, nature! Man triumphs over you once again.
This is where Kakashi's own Chidori got its moniker, Raikiri, Lightning Cutter.
Ooh, now I know what I'm gonna name my lightning dog.
The Chidori does have a downside though. Its speed and power are so great they give the user tunnel vision and make the attack generally uncontrollable.
Basically, once you kick on the gas, you're zooming straight ahead, no matter what happens. Although, Kakashi eyed just the thing to fix it.
Long story short, he was drafted into a war alongside his friends Rin and Obito.
Shit went down and Kakashi lost an eye. So Obito handed over one of his when he decided to sacrifice his life. Holy shit, why don't I have any friends like that? Liz, give me your eye.
No!
I'll give it back, I promise.
Obito's eye wasn't an ordinary eye. He was an Uchiha,
Yeah.
and this was a Sharingan.
With his Sharingan, Kakashi not only got some control over his Chidori, but he can see a person's chakra, predict their movements, dupe your brain with genjutsu, and even copy jutsu techniques. He's such a filthy plagiarist that he's stolen over 1,000 jutsus in 14 years.
Although since Kakashi is not an Uchiha, he can't exactly turn the Sharingan off.
And then Rin jumped in front of his Raikiri and kicked the bucket too. Man, this guy can't catch a break.
And yet, unimaginable loss is exactly what is needed to unlock the Sharingan's next stage, the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Oh yeah, with the Mankey Eye, he can cast Kamui, basically sucking objects or people into another dimension. Sure, it uses up a lot of his chakra pool, but it's a pretty clever instant win move.
The concept of trauma granting new power fascinates me. So, I've stolen Boomstick's entire beer hoard and placed it in a secure room with 200 tons of TNT.
Wait, what? No! You monster! What have you done?
Do you feel anything?
Just thirsty, sober, and punchy.
Punchy?
Next round's on Wiz. Well, for Kakashi, everything sort of worked out in the end. He became a teacher, and this new generation of ninja helped him learn that his dad was right all along. Friends do come first, unless they blow up all your beer. Wake up!
He's held his own against top-tier ninja like Zabuza, Pain, and even his old friend Obito.
Back from the dead and evil now, because why not? Kakashi can definitely compare to fellow ninja master Jiraiya, who can blow up mountains. That takes over 18 megatons of TNT.
And he's caught and sliced lightning. Based on the distance it moved before he caught it, he must have reacted within 70 microseconds and moved over 2,000 times the speed of sound.
Sounds like ninja president material to me. Not too shabby for a guy who likes to read porn in public. Did I forget to mention that? Because he totally does.
Kakashi of the Sharingan is nothing if not full of surprises.
Right now, all I can give you is just death.
All right, the combatants are set and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Okay, so my choice of this is definitely Kakashi, because he's way more badass than Kenobi. Kenobi, I know he fights a lot of drone, but Kakashi has so much like techniques and power. So I think Kakashi will have an edge on this. Ooh. Yo, the animations.
Another happy
Yeah.
landing. Huh? Hello there.
Hold it. You're in Konoha territory. I have some questions, if you'll come with me.
You want to go home and keep reading your book?
I want to go home and keep reading my book. After I kick your ass!
Oh. Yo, he's still reading his book.
Had enough?
No.
Well now, you've fallen for the deadliest stratagem we ninja know. 1,000 years of death.
Don't try it. I have the high ground.
He actually did the 1,000 years of death for him. Oh.
I guess I have the high ground.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh boy. The Force.
Most impressive. But I see you.
Oh. Fire style. Oh, Genjutsu. The Genjutsu. Darth Vader. Oh my god.
Be mindful of your thoughts, Obi-Wan. They betray you.
Chidori! No. He blocked the Chidori. Yo, he's using a kunai against a lightsaber. No, no, no. It's a clone, right? It's a clone. Yes! Mario Sharingan! Chidori!
Don't give up.
Trust in the Force.
No! No!
So uncivilized.
No! Kakashi!
Well,
no!
Kakashi may have been able to beat Obi too,
Damn it!
but he just couldn't handle Obi-Wan. Got him.
Kakashi's wide array of moves certainly kept Kenobi on his toes, but the Jedi's arsenal was far more powerful and versatile than you might think.
Yeah, like how chakra is an internal life energy with a limited supply, but the Force is external and everywhere. Obi-Wan couldn't exactly run out of it, and Kakashi couldn't copy Force techniques. Because, I mean, he's using external Force, not internal chakra. Totally different.
As for brute power, Ninja Mountain busting and Anakin's Dreadnought telekinesis were fairly comparable. However, Kenobi matched Anakin's force power well after he had become far stronger than that.
This is the chosen one we're talking about here. Other Jedi have done some crazy stuff, like throwing a fleet of Star Destroyers out of a solar system in seconds and stopping a whole planet from going kaboom. Oh, and you know how Obi-Wan tore apart Grievous's armor with his bare hands in Revenge of the Sith?
The same armor designed to survive starship cannons. It withstood a blast that annihilated a subterranean city and almost collapsed the surface of a planet.
I seriously doubt Obi is physically strong enough to rip that armor apart, but apparently the Force is.
Even Kamui wasn't a reliable option, since Kenobi's reaction speed was nearly 70,000 times faster than Kakashi's. More than quick enough to avoid Kamui, especially with his precognition.
But we can hear you shouting in the back. What about Kakashi's dual Mangekyo Sharingan that Obito gave him? And the perfect Susanoo?
It's difficult to justify granting those to Kakashi at all, because they aren't really his. He could only use them when Obito's spirit briefly possessed his body.
Even if he did, the results probably wouldn't change much. Remember that Kip guy who moved a black hole? Yeah, he was directly compared to Obi-Wan by Luke himself.
If we're to take that at face value, this means Kenobi could theoretically call upon the Force to exert nearly 14 petatons of TNT.
What?
Way more than what Kakashi was packing. And even then, Obi-Wan could just crush his organs. Shit, man, don't mess around with Jedi.
I know it can seem strange to hear about Jedi being this powerful and deadly, but think of it this way. Part of the reason why the Jedi Code is so strict is because of this immense power at their fingertips. The Code tries to keep them, civilized in a way.
But when you enter a death battle, throw those morals out the window. We're looking for who wins a no-holds-barred fight to the death.
Kakashi had many impressive tools, tricks, and techniques, but Kenobi's brilliant speed, overwhelming force, and greater level of power won this bout.
In the end, Obi won.
Oh,
The
come
winner
on.
is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
From a certain point of view.
Okay, so that was the reaction to death battle between Obi-Wan and Kakashi. Legit, I thought Kakashi won this battle, but in the end, Obi-Wan has like more like power, apparently more power than Kakashi. And I want to point out something. This is actually a quite an interesting battle because it's a battle between future master versus a past master, where the era is like in two different worlds. One is like more of a still like olden times ninjas, all that stuff, while the other is more robotic and like technical like time, that one. So it's actually interesting to see that these two like different parts of like masters with a certain skill depending on which time collide with each other, and that is actually very cool for me. So apparently like after this battle is shows like, I mean like it's based on the skill lah, because like as I say, Obi-Wan has more power, but legit it also shows that the future technical is more better than the ninja skills, all that stuff. But I can't disagree. I think ninjas are still way cooler than just like lightsabers, all that stuff lah. I mean, I'm not judging all that stuff. I'm just saying, in my opinion, maybe the ninja fighting style is a bit more cooler than the futuristic stuff lah. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, click like for the video, and also turn on notification buttons for more future videos. Now, that's all. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.